Hello, my name is Mary Gressack and my main art form is music. Today I'm going to share with you some arts-based experiences which link directly to areas in life science as well as to the scientific inquiry process for young children. These experiences will also connect to a fictional book called Bear Snores On by Karma Wilson. After we do the experiences, I'm going to explain a little bit about how to use an informational book to further understanding about the same concepts we're going to cover today. So let's get started. These experiences that we're going to do today, they come from a science STEM residency that I did with a teacher not too long ago. And during this residency, we picked a couple different kinds of animals, penguins, bears, and we studied about all different kinds of information about these animals. We asked lots of questions. Where do they live? What are their body parts? What do they eat? And this questioning aspect goes in alignment with the scientific inquiry process. We start with large questions and whittle it down to very specific questions about the animals. And then from there we went into hibernation, and we discovered what animals hibernate and what animals do not hibernate. So we're going to be doing some experiences from a lesson that has to do with bears and hibernation. At the beginning of the lesson, I love to recap with the children exactly what we covered in the prior session. And I have my helper here to help me do this. And this is Mrs. B right here. And she's going to help us recap what we did in the last session. So I asked the children, what was in Mrs. B last time we were together? And they'll tell me hopefully lots of things so that I can get an idea of how far we could go in this particular lesson. So let's see. Let's find out what's inside of her today. What kind of a song shall we sing to open her up? And together the children and I will create a song such as, open up, Mrs. B, please, please, please. Open up, Mrs. B, please, please, please. It worked. Ah, you were right. Teddy is in Mrs. B. Remember what we did with Teddy the other day? We sang our teddy bear song, and we became teddy bears ourselves, and we moved and sang together. So we had Teddy. What else was in Mrs. B the other day? We had pictures of bears, different kinds of bears, not teddy bears, because teddy bears we love to cuddle, but these kind of bears we don't cuddle. These are bears that are real, that live around the world. And here they are up here. I took them out of Mrs. B. Our brown bear, our white polar bear, our black bear, and oh, another brown bear. What is that brown bear doing? He's sleeping. Where is he sleeping? In a cave. Can you show me a cave with your hands? Ah, I see some of you doing this with your hands. Good. How about with our whole body? Yes, yes. And that bear is sleeping. You know what? I think Mrs. B has brought us something else that we haven't seen yet. Are you ready to see? Let's find out. Here is a new story called Bear Snores On by Karma Wilson. And what we did, we talked about what we saw on the cover. We see the big brown bear, just like the brown bears here. We looked inside our book and we saw, what do we see? Big brown bear sleeping in a cave, just like our picture here that we saw the other day. So it's time to sing. Bear is sleeping in a cave, sleeping through the winter, Shh, 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 shh. Let's sing that again. Let's start with our big voices, and by the end, we're going to be using our quiet voices. Here we go. Bear is sleeping in a cave, sleeping through the winter, Shh, 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 shh. When bears sleep through the winter, that's an awfully long time. So we talk about how long do we sleep? Do we sleep all through the winter? But bears do. So what is that called? And we come up with that word hibernation. Put it on your head. Hibernation. Shh, 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 shh. Hibernation. Shh, 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 shh. Put it on your tummy. Here we go. Hibernation. Shh, 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 shh. On your knees. Hibernation. Shh, 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 shh. Feet. Hibernation. Shh, 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 shh. And we put it on all different parts of our body. After that, we can put it onto an instrument. Because what we're doing is that steady beat of hibernation. And to get used to using steady beat with the drum or other instruments, we can pass it around. Hibernation. Pass the drum. To the next time. Hibernation. Pass the drum. So each child has a chance to demonstrate steady beat on the drum. With hibernation, you can do the same thing with sticks. Hibernation. Pass the sticks. Hibernation. Pass the sticks. Okay. So, hibernation. If you're sleeping for so long, don't you get hungry? So what does that bear have to do in order to hibernate and sleep all through the winter? Yeah, they have to eat an awful lot of food. Exactly. So what kind of food do bears eat? And I'll ask the children the same question, and they'll give me all kinds of suggestions. And then I say, let's see what Mrs. B has to say about bear food. She might have some examples for us. Look what she has. What do we have here? And we talk about the different kind of bear foods that's coming out of Mrs. B. Berries, bugs, and they especially like those. Plants, and we discuss what kind of plants we might see, and fish. So while we look at these pages, or these pictures, we pass them around so they can all look at them. Sometimes you can use three-dimensional replications of these kinds of bear food. Today we're using the pictures. So we'll pass them around. Pass the bear food all around, all around, all around. Pass the bear food all around the circle. Pass the bear food all around, all around, all around. Pass the bear food all around the circle. Which gives you another chance to practice that steady beat and to use your voices to sing. So here we have our bear food. We have berries, bugs, plants and fish. Say it with me. Berries, bugs, plants and fish. Put it in your feet and step it with me. Berries, bugs, plants and fish. Put it in your knees. Berries, bugs, plants and fish. Oh, it's going up to our hips. Berries, bugs, plants and fish. Where else can it go? So again, we put that on our bodies. And this is more of a rhythmic, jazzy rhythmic kind of a phrase that we enjoy. So all these things are called bear food. Why don't we use our imaginations and become bears ourselves, brown bears, and go looking for what? Berries, bugs, plants, and fish. Are you ready? Let's get our crayons out and make our closet. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else do we need? Our doorknob. Make our doorknob. Put it in your pocket. Turn that doorknob and open the door. Ah! There's my brown bear on a hanger. So we take our brown bear off and put it on all the brown fur all around us. Nice and warm. Mine zips up. How do you get yours on? And we talk about some have buttons, some have Velcros, whatever they want. And then we put our bear eyes on. And I ask them what bear parts we put on so that we're reinforcing their knowledge of the body parts for a bear. Put our ears on, put our nose, and what is it called? A snout. Put our tails on. And they love this the best, put their paws on with claws, or should we have claws? I don't know, we decide. So we have our bare paws, and then we close our door of our closet. We should erase it. Let's erase it. Get our eraser out, so nobody gets into our bare closet. Put the eraser back, and we are ready to go. Looking for berries, bugs, plants, and fish. Well, wait a minute. Which Which one shall we look for first? Fish. Okay, let's look for fish. Where, oh, where are some fish? Where, oh, where are some fish? Where, oh, where are some fish? Stop and look around. Looking over there, looking over there. Look up high and look down. Oh my goodness, do you see this water in front of us? And I see something flipping around. What is it? What do you think it is? Do you think it's a fish? I think it's the tail of the fish. It's flipping. Look at it. Oh, let's get our paw. And when I say 3, let's get that fish with our big paw. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Get that fish. Whoa. Oh, it's wiggling. It's wiggling. Get it in your mouth. Oh, fish is so, so good for me. Yum, yum, yum. Fish is oh so good for me. Yum, yum, yum. That was good. Hey, why don't we go hunting for some other bear food? So, in other words, we go to all the different kinds of bear food that are up here, and we can step in place while we sing Where, oh, where, or we can go around the classroom if we have put these papers, or pictures rather, up around the classroom, and stop there and sing about what we have just found in terms of food and eat it. So when we've eaten enough, our bear tummies are pretty full. I think it's time to hibernate. Yes. So what do we need to hibernate? What do bears hibernate in? A lot of them hibernate in caves. Exactly. So where, oh, where is our cave today? Where, oh, where is our cave today? Let's stop! Oh my goodness. Look, there's a cave right in front of us. Do you see it? It's like dark inside. And I think we're going to have to get very, very low to get inside. So bring your bears all the way down to the floor. Let's see if we can fit inside. And at that point, the classroom teacher and I will get the top of the cave. And all the children, as the little bears, they come inside into the center, very low, like little balls, and we put this over them. We don't put it on them so that they touch it, we just hold it over them to symbolize the cave. And we sing, brown bears, sleeping in a cave. Brown bears, sleeping in a cave. Shh, shh, shh. Please be very quiet, very, very quiet. Brown bears, waking in the cave. And they all stretch, and what do they say? Arr! So they're all awake. And do you think they're hungry? Yeah. So you could go back around and find some more food. But I think at that time it's probably better just to go back to your closets and get our bears off because it's towards the end of our school day. So we go back to our closets, get our crayon out, make our closet 1, 2, 3, 4. Our doorknob, put it back in the pocket, open our door, let me hear the door open. What shall we take off? And we go through again the body parts of the bear, put them all back into the closet, unzip it, put it on the hanger, and then once everything is on, close the door carefully. We have to erase it. Yes. Get our eraser and erase the closet so no one gets into our bear closet. And then we sit down and we reflect on what we did. What did we do? What did we do? What did we do? What did we do? What did we do today? So what did we do today? And I get the children, invite them rather to tell me what they did today as bears. Did we travel? Did we talk about hibernation? Did they hibernate? Just to get their thoughts and see how much is really getting into their understanding of hibernation and of life science, of bear parts, whatever we covered in terms of those things. And then we have our goodbye song. We go through the rest of the story for the next few sessions. And after we've completed Bear Snores On, I bring up the fact that, you know what? In this story, Bear was the only one that hibernated. Do you think there might be other animals that hibernate? And that gives us a segue into our informational book called It's Winter by Linda Glasser. And this has wonderful pictures of hibernating animals that are not bears, plus other animals. And I put some right here. Bats, bees, frogs, and fish. Say it. Bats, bees, frogs, and fish. And notice it's the same kind of rhythmic phrase as when we were doing the food, the bear food. So we could go travel around, put these around the classroom, travel, and notice that we see these animals hibernating and sing about it. Bats are sleeping in a cave, sleeping through the winter, sleeping through the winter. And go on to the bees. And this gives a perfect opportunity for the classroom teacher to take charge of those songs and rhythmic phrases that we did with the prior story. So it's a great way to get her into a leadership role in teaching, in integrating the arts with the sciences. So whenever I have done these STEM lessons, integrating music and drama with science concepts like life science, I always notice how excited the children become about being those bears or going out and hunting. And they really retain what we're doing. They got to actually hibernate. So they did it with their bodies. And that's going to have them remember it so much more than if they're just being told about it. And that's why I just love the integration of the arts with STEM, because it makes them so excited about both areas, the arts and the STEM area. And there you are. Thank you.